Hey everyone, and welcome to the Read Aloud for Wednesday over the Republican Party. So this is going to be a brief introduction into the Republican Party, which does really come about at this time, and more closely Abraham Lincoln. Okay, you're going to get to know a little bit about him as he was the candidate for the Republican Party during the election of 1860. So let's go ahead and open up our document, and I'll explain a little more, and then we'll get rolling. All right, the Republican Party. Okay, so this is according to their platform or their document of beliefs during the presidential election of 1860, which you guys will read a lot more detail about tomorrow. Okay, today our goal is just to figure out who was the Republican Party, what did they stand for, and to learn a little bit about Abraham Lincoln since he is their candidate. Okay, he is the person that represents what they stand for in 1860. All right, so let's go ahead and check out our guiding question. What did the Republican Party believe, and what did it stand for in 1860? Basically, we're looking for what is the Republican Party about in 1860 at this time. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up in the background. I'll put my glasses on so I can see a little better. The following points came from the Republican Party platform during the election of 1860. The party's platform is where it explains its beliefs and values to the people of the United States. Therefore, here were the beliefs of the Republican Party in 1860, right before the Civil War. The Republican Party believes in and will promote the ideas stated in the Declaration of Independence, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed or given by their Creator with certain inalienable, cannot be taken away, rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Basically what they are saying is it is the job of the government to make sure that these rights are protected. And because of this, the United States must stay together as one country. Okay, they're really going to hit on this point a lot. The United States must stay together. It cannot break apart. Otherwise, for example, they cannot protect these rights that are guaranteed. Okay? Next point. The Republican Party believes that the Union of the United States, union meaning that they all stay together, that they're working together as one country. Okay? The Republican Party believes that the Union of the United States has been what made everyone in it so happy, wealthy, and successful. The Union should never be broken up. Basically, because the Union is here, okay, that all these states are working together, that has led to the United States being what it is at this time. Okay, the reason people are so happy and so successful and so wealthy is because they're all working together. All right, continuing on. The Republican Party believes in states' rights. In particular, a state controls its own destiny. Okay, basically they're saying a state has the right to say about what happens in it and which direction it will go. It's an interesting thought to think about as you listen to these other beliefs. All right, the Republican Party believes the Democrats have been too concerned about what one region wants, the South. And this has led to horrible things like treating people as property. That's talking about slavery, and the forcing of others to support slavery in Bleeding, Kansas. Okay? Basically, you know what? I need to blow this up for you guys. Basically, what this is saying is that the Democrats are more concerned with supporting the South and the ideas of slavery, and because of this, they're allowing slavery to happen, and they're forcing people to support the spread of slavery into Kansas. The Republicans are not happy about that. All right, next point. The Republican Party believes the new understanding that the Constitution supports the expansion of slavery into any or all the territories is, and listen closely, a dangerous political lie. So this idea that the Constitution says, yes, slavery is allowed to expand, think Dred Scott, okay, that's what they're referring to here. That is a political lie, and it is incredibly dangerous. This lie, picking up right here, is ruining the peace and harmony of the country. Next point. The Republican Party believes that all of the United States should be a land of freedom, and that is a direct shot at slavery. Basically, no one should be a slave. Okay? Their next point and final point we're going to talk about for today is this. The Republican Party believes the reopening of the African slave trade is a crime against humanity and a burning shame to our country and age. Okay, so this idea of reopening the African slave trade, they're talking about some laws that are potentially going to be passed, as well as the new Fugitive Slave Act, all those kind of things. They consider this a crime against humanity and a burning shame to the United States and the age, okay, the time that they live in. All right, now let's look at a couple of Lincoln's quotes during that election that'll tell you a little bit about his thoughts on some things. And you'll see that they pretty much agree with what the Republicans believe. Okay, our first quote, Lincoln's talking, he says, and that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from the earth. Okay, so he believes that this government shall last. Once again, talking about the Union. Okay, that the United States must last eternally or forever. It cannot be broken up. Okay, that's what he's talking about there. Then we have his next quote, and we're going to take a minute to break this one down because there's a lot in this. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. Basically, what Lincoln is saying, okay, whenever he says someone is arguing for slavery, they're supporting that slavery is okay, he believes that maybe you should try being a slave and then see how you feel about it. If you like slavery so much, how about you be a slave yourself and then see if you still think it's an okay thing? That's basically what he's saying there. Clearly, by that statement, he is saying slavery is a terrible thing and we should not support it anywhere. Okay? Well, that is basic background on the Republican Party. Remember, you're tying that back into this question. What did the Republican Party believe and what did it stand for in 1860? And real quick, you'll jump back over to Google Classroom just like the previous days. Go ahead and click on 1850 Students Note Sheet. Open that up. And you'll scroll down to Wednesday, Lincoln and the Republican Party, and answer that question we just talked about. Okay? What did the Republican Party believe and what did it stand for in 1860? Okay? That is all for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and thanks for listening. I'll talk to you tomorrow.